absorbing a lot of negativity from the world itself, because I have to actually create healthy boundaries between me and negativity or negative energy that encircles us. At times when we do readings, we open up ourselves and we can sort of be invaded by a lot of negative energy. So I've created a wall now and sit within a bubble of light to be able to bring these messages forward, just to protect myself and to protect your spirit guides as they come in to share the message with me. Now, if you're new to my channel, just know that everything about this reading is in the description box below. That includes my personal details if you want to contact me. This also includes a birth chart if you want to look at other placements in your astrology. So like if you are a Scorpio sun, look at your moon, your rising, your Venus and your Jupiter. Venus and Jupiter being the feminine and the masculine. Sometimes we need to know those placements because there's a lot of that needing to balance in our energies of feminine and masculine. We all have those inside of us. And just to know also that cross watches, this will play out from your perspective. Usually it's for the person that watches the message, okay? So if you're here watching for a Scorpio, just know that it'll be about you and less about them. And yeah, anything else I've missed will be in the description box, guys, so feel free to go there. Just give me a thumbs up if you resonate with me, and I do appreciate everybody out there for coming and watching this message right now. So let's get into it, Scorpio. What I did was I have asked the Moonology for the star signs of which to read today, because I just want my spirit guides to show me who I need to read. Because sometimes I think, oh yeah, I did Sagittarius and then I thought I'd do Taurus, but every time I go to do Taurus I'm getting blocked and or technical difficulties, or I'm not getting the words out properly. And I said, okay, who do you want me to read? And out comes new moon in Scorpio. So I guess Scorpio gets a redo. Well, it may feel like a redo, but it's been a while since I've done Scorpio. Yeah, I just really want to pull out a really good message for you guys. So let's get into it. Let's give them a good shuffle. Before I get into it, I'm just actually going to open up my heart chakra. I did this before we got in, but they just reminded me to do it again. So here we go. Okay, that felt good, Scorpio. I feel like that was a deep breath and it was a deep exhale, so it's showing me that maybe your energies, you're in the right space for you. Now let's see what Spirit wants you to look at and take notice of or focus on it this time. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, please. Okay, interesting. These cards freak me out all the time. But here we have conclusion. Conclusions are within reach. Now, this is a full moon eclipse, which just happened over the weekend, and you have a new romantic cycle begins. So it's actually really awesome. Two cards to come forward, which is new moon in Libra. It's a new romantic cycle for you guys. And in saying that, it feels quite blessed because it's almost like, I'm going to say it, Scorpio, your karma is refreshed. You've got a clean slate. Now, do we want a clean slate? Yes, we do. Hell yes. We've ended old cycles. Conclusions are within reach. We reached them. We have reached these new cycles. And in ending those cycles, we are now starting brand new romantic cycles. But when they say romantic, okay, everyone's like, oh yes, I'm going to find new love. But this could be actually self-love. There's many ways to interpret romantic, because romance is about love, and love is an all-encompassing energy, okay? So when it says new romantic cycles, it may mean, I'm just going to put it out there, a smoother cycle this round. So this year it may smooth out for you romantically. You may find new love. You may self-love better. This is a place where we need to realize is that sometimes love is not always about the other. Sometimes the love is about us inside. and less about outside, okay? But, you know, this is a love reading, so we will interpret it that there is new love coming forward, or a brand new romantic cycle starts in an old relationship, or an older relationship, or we've let go of past loves that we felt. It's almost like a blockage. We've blocked them out now. We've let them go, and now we're reaching for something new, okay? So let's have a look at your energy, Scorpio. With this new romantic cycle begins, this is a new moon in Libra, and Libra is a Venusian, so this is your feminine side. And that full moon eclipse is pretty freaky, because it actually is, you know, I'm just getting a lot of hits from this. A lot of Scorpios have come into a realization or an epiphany of something that they needed. And in doing so have realized, has opened, you have chosen, out of 3 doors, you chose door number 3, and it leads into something better and not into chaos, okay? All right, let's see your energy, Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh. You got a lot going on. I'm going to say this. There's a lot of yous, but I'm just going to show you what came out. This won't be what stays, but I feel like I should show you. So what came out first was yin. This is love. This is the Venusian energy. If you have a look, it is literally a new romantic cycle. And then this is this. Conclusions are within reach. We're ending these never-ending cycles or stories or heaviness in our hearts, okay? We are being here and now. We are in the moment. We are being present in our lives during the change, okay? And we are no longer stuck or bound to things that complicate our lives. All right, Scorpio? Now, we're going to ask for your true energy, because I feel like there's many different stories that are coming forward. This tells me that there'll be a lot of Scorpios that will resonate differently with the different aspects of this reading, okay? Let's see what's up for Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Breathe. Ooh, that's why it was such a long breath. We're letting go, we're casting off, we're rejuvenating. We're relaxing the mind, they just said. We're relaxing our mind and letting our heart lead us. I like that, Scorpio. If you're in that space where you're allowing your heart, which in the end, in essence, is your purpose, okay? What we are drawn to in love is usually where we belong. Yep, heard that loud and strong. Scorpio, your energy is intoxicating. I just feel all smoochy. I'm just like, oh, that's so nice. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Oh, Scorpio's a bit of both. Loving of self, self-love. Okay. It's time to let go of the old you, because the old you brought you a lot of confusion and burdens, they're saying. Okay, so for those that resonate, it's like you're like, I'm letting it go. I'm creating healthy boundaries. I am breathing in new life and exhaling negative life from my body. So you may have maybe revamping physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Definitely spiritually, but there's a lot going on in the mind of the Scorpio right now. There's a lot of awakening. There's a lot of truth. There's a lot of realization. For maybe the old way of being wasn't truly who you are, and so loving yourself or feeling love for you as a person, you are starting to take the steps to rejuvenate your energy to a better, positive way. Okay, Scorpio, that's awesome. Let's look at when it. Yeah, see, I like that this came out. All that glitters. Okay, you're starting. This is also once again a realization of what. These burdens, see, because for me, these remind me of the 9 of, not that there's 9, but the 9 of Wands, where it's sort of like blocking the true vision. There's a lot of blockages here. So it's almost like you've let it go. But this is a realization to realize that taking off the mask here. I'm taking off the mask and seeing things as they truly are. And sometimes what seems beautiful and pretty and alluring is not always real gold. It's fool's gold. All that glitters is not gold. You know what I mean? So it's differentiating between what's real and what's not, what's imagined, what's dreamt, what's said, what's not said. It's like you are starting to realize, but Scorpio always has this trait. This is a trait that's always available to you. But I feel like it's on a bigger scale now. Like what's real for me as a person and less about what's real for me in my reality. You know, it's like you've scaled outwards by scaling in. And I don't know how that may be understood in the wider collective, but it's like you've gone outwards because you've gone within and you realize you're this deep, deep person that has a lot of things that don't necessarily belong to you and weighs you down. Okay, Scorpio? I want to see when it comes to love, though. Love. I love the heart. Oh, did you see that? Where are you? I saw you. Did you see that, guys? Here it is. Oh, Scorpio. You've got a lot going on, Scorpio. When I asked for that, it's interesting. I asked for that, and then I see these cards are unflipped. So I'm going to say on the flip side, you've had a. It's showing me dual sides to you, Scorpio. It's like you're breathing in and seeing within, and you're seeing outside of you, and it's interesting because I'm just going to say this, guys. Up here you have breathe, which resonates to 11. Okay, if you break it, sorry, resonates to 11. It breaks down to 11. Okay, and then you've got the yang, which is 1. 11 you don't break down, but you know it's like the numerology of 1. Okay, and then here you have all that glitters, 16, which breaks down to a 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. And then you have mending, which is 52. 5 plus 2 breaking down to a 7 equals 7. So the numerology here is that you are sort of bringing everything into, it's almost like as within, so without, as above, so below. It's you're finding balance here. And you know what you need to let go of, you understand that, and you know what you need to hold on to and fix that. Do you know what I mean? And you've had a very strong spiritual evolution for the Scorpios that are resonating with that. If not, your mind's just expanding in really big, vast ways. And I feel like you're on a journey of self, but in your journey of self, which is not selfish, by the way. A lot of people say, oh, you know, that person's really self-involved, but it's just like sometimes we need to think about us as a person and less about others, because if we worry about what others are doing, then we don't get to help us. You know, it's like being different but also belonging. You know, it's I know it seems cliche, this is two different opposites within one person, but it's almost like all 4 corners of you are starting to evolve. And it was like you took that time to get the healing, and then you started to see for real. And in seeing for real, you ignited. And in igniting, you knew what to fix, you knew what to keep, you knew who to reach out to, you knew how to find it. It's like that. It's like a map, a treasure map. That's where you're going. Thank you. You're going to Treasure Island. Treasure Island. I like that. I like that. It's like a map to your treasure. Now let's see who's coming towards you in love, because this is interesting. There is an indication here, out of all the self-love you're doing, that there's something that you want to fix with somebody here. Mending. Okay. If I go quiet sometimes, if I just stop talking, just know that I'm receiving. It's almost like, I'm going to be honest, I heard, it's almost like you're of the same garment. You know what I mean? They just said stitching a garment. Now, it's almost like you've got a completed top, but the arm's missing. And how can you wear that top if the arm's missing? This is like you're mending your armor, but your armor is somebody that keeps you protected. Okay, thank you. Finally, we get it out of Scorpio. So hard sometimes. You guys are so mysterious. Let's see the energy of the person coming towards you. You see, here it comes in. This person's a little bit complicated. They're heavily weighed down mentally. Who's coming towards Scorpio, please? That's my blockhead card. They just want me to focus on this one. Okay, for now. So, while Scorpio's going through evolution, you see my hands going like this. I'm sorry if I do a lot of that. Scorpio's going through an evolution. Your person's stuck. Your person's stuck. This is my blockhead. They don't know where to move. They don't know where to put things. They don't know much. But it's ironically, your person is blocked because they're selfish. They literally complicate things. Instead of building upwards, they stay stagnant. This is the difference. See, whereas you're sitting, if you look, 28 breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1, but I keep it as a 10. So it's always there's a lot of 1 energy with you guys. The beginning, this is new cycles. And you're in a 1 energy. But your person is not coping well with being alone. They're looking at you though. Like, you know that thing when people like when you're trying to look at someone, you kind of put your hand up and you just kind of turn and you look. I think your person does that a lot. I think they keep an eye on you, but they don't make movements towards you. So maybe it's out of curiosity. So why the building blocks then? Why the building blocks? Why the building blocks about this person? Yeah. Your person is very lonely. They are definitely blocked. But I'm going to be honest. They make it that way. They've made it that way. Because they are just so burdened by what's happening. You've let them go. And they know it. They don't like it, but they know it. Because they were burdensome to you. See, you're light as a feather, and they're heavy as rocks. They're as blocks. They're heavy. They're stable, but they're unstable at the same time. So look, they just feel barren. And I think you have sympathy for this person. I think you have sympathy for this person, but I think you also realize that you can't fix them, even though you may have tried to and want to. This person cannot be fixed. They have to fix themselves. See, they're fighting a battle. Now we got chopped wood, okay, which is usually about domestic. It's domestic. So you have 42 breaking down to a 6. That's usually about the past or about love. And I feel like, I don't know why I heard that, but I heard it's too little too late. They tried to make an effort, but it was too late. It's almost like, yeah, I know what I got to do. I've got to clean up my mess, and I've got to do it every day. But I don't do well doing that. I'd rather wallow in my sadness and be heavily burdened. If they choose this life. And this is why you're a lot more awakened, because you've let that life go. You've let this person go. Yeah, message in a bottle. They want to communicate. You know that they want to communicate. This is definitely someone from before. This is not someone new. So why are we talking about a new romantic cycle? Yeah, this is your decision. Fork in the road. Do I go back or do I start something new? That's why ending and beginning. Like a powerful ending. This is a powerful letting go, purging card. This is why you've come into the conclusion that you need better. That you see it for what it is. You see it as it is and less about what it was, which has given you the truth, the fire to move forward and start something new. I like that. Scorpio. Let's have a look at the psyche of your person. I want to see what it is that makes them like this. Can I have the card for the person coming towards Scorpio in love, please? I don't know why I'm getting two different people here. Maybe they're bipolar. We seem to like those ones. Yeah, okay. So, it came out in reverse, but I just wanted to look at it upright. Your person is never fully transitioned into a space of healing, okay? So when it comes to that, they're very blocked. They're very constipated emotionally. It's almost like, if you were to fill a balloon with water, and you're filling that balloon and you're filling that balloon and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and you're just waiting for the grand explosion. This is your person. They're a watery balloon, okay? Now, balloons are supposed to be full of air, but they're full of water. So they have a lot of, I want to say stomach issues too, because I keep getting shown the stomach, health issues. But they have a lot of just, their auric energy is so dense, I wouldn't want to touch this person with my energy, and I'm not being like negative. It's just like this person is so draining and so blocked in their mind that they can't release it all. You know what I mean? And they hide it behind things, but in the end, initially, they want to communicate but don't, and they fight that. This is what they're fighting a lot. They're fighting change. They don't like that you're moving forward, I bet. Yeah, see the dark lady in reverse. So yeah, they don't like being left alone, I can tell you that, but it's an obsession. They might be, it's like, this sounds like a Scorpio dealing with a Scorpio. But theirs has gone negative. Their decision making is what they're saying, is that this person is a runner. They run, okay? Because the dark lady upright, she stays. But the negative side of the dark lady is the obsessiveness. This person has an unhealthy obsession, and they're emotionally constipated. So they got issues beyond issues. Do you know what I mean? And they run. When times get hard, they run. They don't like to deal. Now I want to see your psychological space for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Yeah, see, you're mastering yourself. The Master Maker, 22. This is actually, this is you. This is you. You're being the yang. You're taking the lead in your life, Scorpio. And I know you're a water sign, and everything about you is saying that you're not. So you're not in the space of being emotional. You're in the space of finding and seeking, not destroying, okay? Because you've made the choice. You were at the fork in the road, and the road that you chose was your own path. And in doing so, you've mastered a lot of things about you as a person psychologically. So this person, they may not be Scorpio, but they may just have a lot of negative traits. Anything else for Scorpio? This one. Yeah, see, you've had an alchemical change here with Nellie's the alchemist. Oh, sorry guys, you've made heaps of changes with who you are as a person, and you're poised to move forward towards your purpose because you've got your wanders up. You're erect, Scorpio. You're erect, but you're erecting. Okay, stop using that word because it's just, you know what I mean? I just want to say that. It's like, you're... I'm not saying that word. I'm not. Sorry, my spirit guides, they're naughty. So, I know this sounds weird, but it's like you've got a... you're inspired and creative, and you've got a heart on for something good. It's like that, and you're being led by this urge to move, and it's beyond sexuality. I mean, you can take it down to to a lower vibration, guys, and take you to sexuality. But it's more than that. It's a growth expansion of who you are. You are taking the lead in your life and becoming more than what you were. And this person that you're wanting to help, I know this, it's like, I found me, I can help you find you, but your person doesn't deserve it. It's up to you to decide here with fork in the road. Forked if you do, forked if you don't. It's up to you in which way you want to go with this person. But I feel like you want something new with this new romantic cycle coming forward. You want something new for you because you're letting go of the burdens of this person, okay? Let's see how they feel about you emotionally. We know that they're constipated, but let's look underneath and see their true reflection of their emotional space towards you, Scorpio. Raccoon, see? Hidden in the shadows. They keep it to themselves. They keep, look, the raccoon's really cute and cuddly, but they're never going to share their secrets with you. Never. And they may feel a lot towards you. They're definitely watching. They're definitely looking at you. They're kind of obsessed with you. So just be mindful of that. I don't feel like in a creepy way, but it is accentuating the fact that they may be watching. If that's what you're thinking, then I believe it to be true. If you're unaware, then they just be mindful that they are, because it's almost like you're becoming the focus on which they want to squirt their water bubble over. I know that sounded gross, but that's how it came to me. Because underneath they're a mess. They're a mess underneath it all. What they don't show you is that they're needy and clingy, and they're needy. This is the water blowing going blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? This is them. Underneath it all, they are just so negative emotionally. Which I kind of glad that you've sort of seen that, or you're seeing it. Let's see how you feel. Okay, that one flipped. The wolf. That's nice. The wolf. This is interesting because the wolf can go it alone, the lone wolf, because it didn't say anything, it said wolf. So it's saying that you have the characteristics of the wolf, so you can go it alone or you can belong to a pack. But with you have gained knowledge and wisdom, and you have a lot of life force energy right now. Emotionally, you have a lot to give. Oh, they just said wolves are good breeders. So keep it safe, Scorpio. I just want to see. Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. Emotionally, look, you're the beaver, which means I like this, and it is of the water sign here. It is saying that, you're really grounded in who you are. You know who you are, which is good, because it does show all that fire. That fire is still coming through. Like, this is your spiritual energy. It's really on. It's lit. Okay. And then we have the beaver, which is, it's like I control how I feel now. Like the mastering of self. Also very reliable, very resourceful, very dependable. You're solid. You're solid is what I want to say. You're very solid emotionally, and your person not so solid. A mess. So let's have a look at the tarot. Let's see the past, the present, and the future. Please, past, present, future. Ooh. You may be dealing with a fire sign, an air sign, or a Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Yeah. Here we have Page of Swords, so a little bit immature in the past, a lot of harsh words spoken, spying, lying, that kind of thing. Negative thoughts, negative patterns, not really open to learning the lesson. Okay, they just said, what we say here is mutton dressed as lamb. So not truly being open about who they are as a person, not very good at communicating well how they feel. It's quite immature. So the past is that there was a lot of arguing. I can tell you that there was a lot of arguing because this person was not forthright about information, okay, about who they were, what they were like. Here in the present we have King of Wands, which is actually a good energy. So I feel like, and I'm just going to be thinking because the King of Wands is actually looking at Scorpio, holding up that wand. So I feel like you've taken control of this situation. You are now in control of this situation here. It doesn't control you. It doesn't control you. Okay. And in the future is the Hangman in reverse. Still stuck. Your person, they got a lot of... I don't think this person will ever come around or be right in the head. This is where their dysfunction is that they don't see the bigger picture. So I feel like Scorpio is deciding to move forward with new opportunities. Now, the King of Wands is a king of opportunity, but see that wand is up. And it's looking at the wand. So he's looking at the wand. So I feel like, I feel like Scorpio's just like, you know what? If you're not going to be good to me, then I'm moving on. Moving on. You know what I mean? I'm moving on. But I do care enough to care about you, but I don't care enough to help you because I can't. I realized that I cannot help you with your own burdens. They are yours and yours alone. And I choose me first. Okay, guys? I hope that resonates for you, Scorpio. I do have sympathy for this person, for the mere fact that they do feel lonely a lot, but that is an emotion that we have to learn to cope with as humans, or to deal with and to master. Because something I wrote this morning is that I am never alone because in my thoughts I am free. Now, it talked about being alone or being in solitude. There's two differences, but actually, even though you may be or feeling alone, just know that in your mind you can imagine better things for yourself, and so you're never truly imprisoned. And it is our mind that controls where we put our focus. So I suggest to you, Scorpio, to focus on what makes you hard. I know I'm giggling over that. But you know, what turns you on? That's how a Scorpio gets motivated. What turns you on, Scorpio? And go for it. Do it. You can do it. You know, this is the time to do it for you. Where your heart goes, Scorpio will follow. Okay? Hopefully this helps. Whoever needs it, please like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate you all. And take care until next time, guys. See you later. Bye.